morning, students. I hope you all are safe at your home and studying, playing, doing masti, and even missing your school, teachers, your friends. I know this thing. So, today I am back with the new video of mine of subject EVS with new lesson. Open your book EVS of book A. Come to page number 24 of your page and let's see which topic today we are going to cover. So let's come to page number 24. So the page number 24 is having lesson number 3. Topic name is houses around us. Very good. So we are seeing houses around us. As you have studied this all things in your lower standards. But this is very important to study some more things about it in detail. So let's take a look on page number 24. There are some tick the correct answers. I will discuss that thing with you in the question answer part. It's okay. Now I'll start with the lesson. Before starting up with the lesson, I must tell you the thing that is, I'll tell you a short introduction about a house, how our houses are there and how many rooms do we have in a house. Okay, so first we'll move towards the living house. Living room. As soon as you enter from your door, the first room you enter is your living room, where you live with your parents for a longer period of time. Longer period of a time means for a long time. For example, there are 24 hours. So maximum hours, maximum matlab more hours you are there in the living room with your parents for watching TV or for playing games or for working purpose. So you spend more time in living room. The next very important room that is coming is bedroom. Now why it is called bedroom? Because it is having a bed inside it and we use it for sleeping in night. This is known as bedroom. Now we'll see the third most important room where mama cooks the food for you and your family. That is known as kitchen. Now moving towards the next fourth and the last room, that is bathroom. Why it is called bathroom? Because the boy is bathing in this room and it is having a toilet. So it is known as bathroom. Now before starting with some other topics, I would like to explain you types of houses. Now we have studied the types of room in a single house. Now I'll tell you types of houses. There are two types of houses, Kacha house and Pakka house. Before starting with Kacha house and Pakka house, first tell me what is house? A house is just a building, whereas a home is a place where we live with our family and feel comfortable. There are different types of houses. Now different types of houses are Kacha house and Pakka house. Okay. So let's see what is Kacha house and what is Pakka house. Now Pakka house is having an apartment and bungalows is considered in Pakka house, and Kacha house is having a hut. So let's take a first look of apartment. Apartment is also known as building. Apartment is also known as building. As you can see, apartment is having many floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are many floors. In a same building, there are different families staying together. It is known as apartment or a building where different families stay at a single place. But what is bungalow? A bungalow is a place where a single family, only one big family stays. It has one kitchen, one living room, and many bedrooms. Is known as bungalows. Okay. Now, how is bungalow or apartments are made? Means in short, how is Pakka house made? So Pakka house is made up of bricks, cement, iron and steel. Including all the four things, the Pakka houses are made. Let's repeat behind me. Bricks, cement, iron and steel are the four things with the help of which Pakka house is made. Now, let's move to the next point, that is hut. Hut is which type of house? Yes, it is a type of Kacha house. Now, Kacha house is also made up of muds. Kacha house is also made up of muds. So, that house is known as mud house. Okay, so that house is also known as mud house, but it is also a type of Kacha house. Now, how is Kacha house made? What all important things are there? Let's see. First one is mud, second is straw, third is wood, fourth is stone, and fifth one is bamboos are the Kacha houses. Once more, repeat behind me. Mud, straw, wood, stone and bamboos are the Kacha houses, are the things which are required for making Kacha houses. Now, types of houses. There are two types of houses. Now, more we will study about types of houses. One is permanent house and one is temporary house. Now, what do you mean by permanent house and temporary house? Permanent house is a house which is there for long time. But temporary house is a house which is there for short time. So, let's take some look on some points. Pakka and Kacha houses are fixed to the ground and cannot be moved. They are called permanent house. Now, Pakka house and Kacha house, they are fixed to the ground. They are fixed to the ground. So, they cannot be moved from one place to another. So, we cannot take our Pakka house from one place to another. So, this type of house is known as permanent house. But some peoples do not live in one place for a long time. So what happens? They keep on changing their place from one place to another. For that sake, they have to change their houses. So that houses is known as temporary house. That house is known as temporary house. Okay. Now let's take in some examples of permanent house and temporary houses. Just a minute. So, permanent house is having the examples like bungalow, apartment and hut are the three examples of permanent house. Now, let's take a look for a temporary house. Temporary house is having tent, houseboat, caravans are the examples of temporary house. So as we have studied about permanent house, now we will study about temporary house. Okay. So the temporary house, the first house that comes is tent. A tent is made up of canvas. Now this blue color cloth you can see, this cloth is made up of canvas. When you move from one place to another for tracking purpose, or you go for mountains, for climbing the mountains, there you need this tent. On this tent, you can place anywhere, you can take a small rest and then you can move ahead with packing this tent. So this type of house is the house which you can move from one place to another. Okay. Now, moving towards the next is houseboat. Houseboat is made up of wood and floats on water. So, these houses are made up of wood. As you can see, this house is made up of wood and it floats on water. As we have ships or boats, you have been seen boat. On that boat, just house is made and you can go and stay for a long, means when you have to carry a long distance from one place to another, so you can take rest. For that it is known as a houseboat. Now the third thing is caravan. Now it is a shape of a car, but it also looks like a van, and a van which is having a house inside it, and this is known as house on wheels. Why it is known as house on wheels? Because it is having wheel. A car is having a wheel on which house is there. So it is known as house on wheels. Now, the next part is the part where there is a cold region. You can find this type of houses around you. For example, if you are in the region like Himalaya region or a cold region where ice is falling, there you can find this kind of igloo shaped house. This is the igloo and it is curved from up. It is curved from up and it's known as igloo. It is a dome shape. It is a dome shape or curved shape, and you can see this in the snow areas or cold region. People build these kinds of houses. Now next point is slanting houses. Why it is called slanting houses? These kinds of houses are made the place where there is a heavy rainfall and snowfall. Where there is a snowfall and heavy rainfall. Why it is called slanting house? Because it is made up of on bamboos. As you can see these are the bamboos. On bamboos these houses are built up, so that if there is a heavy rain and if flood comes, so water should not penetrate or should not enter inside the house. So these houses are made on the bamboos. These houses are made on bamboos. Now this come to page number 28 and 29. There are some question answers and fill-ups that I'll discuss later in the question answer session. Now coming to the next point on page number 29, that is roofs of a house. Now how many types of roofs are there? The roof is a very important part for our house. It protects us from animals and from weather. Weather like cold, snow, rainfall, it protects us from that. So that's why we need a roof. Now there are three types of roofs. The first one is flat roof, second is slanting or sloping roof, and third one is arched roof. So now let us see how these three types of roofs are there. First one is flat roof. Now why it is said flat roof? Because the surface above the room is flat. It is plain. So that's why it is called flat roof. This is called flat roof because here it is a flat surface. So it is called flat roof. Now moving towards the second one, slanting or sloping roof. Now when you see this kinds of houses, this is sloping. Okay, this part is the sloping part, sloping roof. So same way as you can see here on the picture, this house is having a sloping roof. This type of houses are mainly found in the heavy snowfall, where there is a heavy snowfall and there is a heavy rain. When these two things are there, that time you will find this type of sloping roofs. And why it is called sloping roof? Because it is same like a slide. You sit on the slide, and because it is sloping, so you directly come down. So that's why it is known as sloping roof. It's in the same part of sloping like a slide. So it is sloping roof. Now the third and the last roof is arched roof. In this, the example of arched roof is igloo. Igloo. But why it is said arched roof? Because it is curved from up. As you have studied the igloo, you have been studied that it is having a curved part. But why it is called arch? As you are seeing this boy standing here with this bow and arrow, this is known as arched. The red part of my screen is moving, that is known as arched. How this is in a curved form, can you see? This is in a curved form. Same way, the igloo is also in a curved form. So it is known as arched roof. So these are the three types of roof which are present. First one is a flat roof. Second one is a sloping roof. And third one is an arched roof. Okay. Now let's take a look on another part. Another topic is that a cleaning house. A clean house. Now what do you mean by clean house? Clean house means how you should keep your house clean. If you are not keeping your house clean, you may fall sick. So for that you have to clean your house. So for cleaning your house, what all things you require to clean? First, you should clean your house regularly. Means you should swipe the floors, you should wash the utensils, you should put the garbage in the dustbin, and many more things. So the first point here written is clean your house regularly. Regularly means you have to clean your house daily. You cannot skip any of the time for cleaning. So you should clean your house regularly. Next point. Next point is throwing garbage in a dustbin. Now you should always throw the garbage into the dustbin. You should not throw your garbage here and there in the house. Third point, washing the utensils after the use to avoid flies and cockroaches. Cockroaches and flies should not come to your house, so that's why you should regularly or daily you should wash your utensils after having your meal. Now the last point is growing plants near your houses. Now growing plant near your houses means you should grow the plants near your house. Yes, so this is a thing which you should clean your, how you should clean your house. When you plant more trees, you may get oxygen, and even you may get different types of fruits or flowers near your house. So here we end up with our chapter, that is houses around us. Now I'll meet you with the new video of question and answers for this following subject, that is houses around us. Till that time, study the lesson and be safe at your home. Bye bye.